Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend the exact amount of calories she ate in a single day? My girlfriend is on the bigger side, which is something I do not mind. I am on the more fit side. I'm pretty lean, have well-defined muscles and probably around 15% body fat. I used to be about 40 pounds heavier and lost the weight pretty simply. My girlfriend always complains about her weight and her body. I tell her I find her sexy for so many reasons outside her body and it didn't matter to me whether she got bigger or smaller. Eventually she decided she wanted to lose weight. I offered to help and when I pointed out things she could be doing better she gets mad at me. She isn't losing weight currently and in fact says she is gaining a few extra pounds. I ask her what exactly she eats in a day. She says she eats healthy so she should lose weight. I question that and we have an argument. I tell her that if she wants to show me, let me just spend a day with her and see what she eats in a day. She said only if I don't make comments on what she's eating as she's eating it. I agreed. Now by the end of the day she had consumed a plate of avocado toast that was about 400 calories, a coffee that was 110 calories, an 800-calorie salad from Chick-fil-A and a fry, as a reward for the salad, and veggie burrito that was about 500 calories. Along with snaking but throughout the day, her total consumption was about 2,200 calories. At the end of the day I explained this to her. My exact words were that the amount of calories she is consuming is the amount I need to maintain my weight as a man 5 inches and 20 pounds bigger, who is constantly active. So chances are she'll slowly gain weight eating like that and that eating healthy isn't going to guarantee she'll lose weight. She got super fucking pissed at me and told me I wasn't helping her and was just shaming her. I told her I want to help her but she did not listen. Am I the asshole? I've learned from personal experience it never goes well when a loved one talks about weight, diet. The best way is for this information to come from an outside source. Has she tried any of those diet apps? Or could she afford a nutritionist? I know you want to help but the way you went about it wasn't what she needed. Ask her how you can help her. Maybe cook together and meal prep healthy foods. Go on walks together to help burn calories. Ask if she is using any tools or would like help researching tools to help be healthier. There are apps or journals that help track and encourage people in being healthy and losing weight. Let her lead in her journey and be there if she needs help and/or encourage. But don't try to take over or tell her she is doing it wrong. That will just hurt her and make her not want to talk to you about it in the future. Eventually she decided she wanted to lose weight. I offered to help. Info. Did she actually say the words out loud that yes, she wants you to help? Info. Did she really agree to you helping her, or did she relent? She doesn't want real answers. She wants you to take her side and agree it's some imaginary thing's fault instead. Not the asshole but with that way of thinking, good luck. You kinda overstepped here. It's one thing to want to help but telling her the calories feels more like a jab than support. Just be there for her instead of breaking it down. You both gotta communicate better if you want to help her accomplish her goals. Respect her feelings and inspire without the numbers, man. Am I the asshole for being topless in my own home? I live with my partner so it's normal for me to be topless if I'm getting clothes for another room, for example if I shower and need to go to the bedroom to grab clothes. Last night I was on my own as my partner was seeing family. I went in the shower and once I got out I realized I hadn't picked a t-shirt up, so I went to go from the bathroom to the bedroom in just my trousers. Once I left the bathroom I saw my girlfriend and her cousin who is 16 sat in the living room. I apologized then went straight to the bedroom to put a t-shirt on. After her cousin left my girlfriend said I shouldn't have been walking around topless. I pointed out it's my home and I wasn't expecting guests so I don't always need to be completely covered up. I told her that if she told me she was bringing her cousin back and said what time they'd be back then it wouldn't have been an issue, but she can't expect me to just know what she'd planning. She just said again that it was embarrassing and inappropriate for her cousin to see me topless, but I again pointed out I had no idea she was even bringing her cousin back to ours, but she just said I was deflecting from what she was saying. Am I the asshole for being topless in my own home? You are not the asshole, but I am curious about something. Are you and your partner both female? Is the cousin a male? I'm failing to understand what the issue was. Not the asshole. It's not like you knew that your partner would be bringing over her 16-year-old cousin. And I don't see anything inappropriate about being a guy without a shirt in your own home. I mean, I often walk from the bathroom to my room after a shower with nothing on at all, unless I know there's someone else whose paths I may cross post-shower. Your partner came back with a guest, and didn't let you know. They put their cousin in an inappropriate position, not you. Not the asshole. Next time, your girlfriend can give a little knock on the door to the bathroom, and give you a heads up that they are home, and a guest is in the house. Y'all were lucky it was just the top, and not full nudity. E did it for grammar. Not the asshole. Here are the relevant points here. Your partner knows you frequently go topless, especially if you're going from the shower to the bedroom. Your partner brought over family member without warning you. Your partner likely would have known that you were in the shower, bathroom door closed, sound of running water, etc. Learning that, your partner failed to notify you that family was there. In this case, your partner is being the unreasonable one. You are doing what you frequently do. Something that never seems to have bothered your partner before. If she was being reasonable, she could have knocked on the door and said something. Then you could have wrapped a towel, could have asked her to bring you a t-shirt, something. This is totally on her. Who gets dressed in the bathroom when they live alone or with a so? Not the asshole, obviously. Since when do we call dudes not wearing a shirt topless, anyway? Am I the asshole for sticking by my wife about no visitors to the hospital after giving birth? My mom is incredibly upset that we don't want her to come to the hospital after my wife gives birth. She'll be watching our 3-year-old and was okay with it during her birth because COVID. However, for baby number 2 she is very upset, going as far as to say, "This is not normal behavior." I thought it was fine. My wife needs time to recover and bond with baby and prefers not to have anyone there the first few days. I don't see what the big deal is, but my mom is making me feel like we're crazy. Not the asshole. Your child is not a theater production. You don't have to put on a matinee for your mom. This is time for you, your wife and your child. You get to decide when you want visitors and who those visitors are, whether it's at the hospital or at home. Not the asshole. Mom, I don't understand why you're upset. My wife who is going to go through a life-threatening medical event wants a few days to recover. How is this about you? Not the asshole, and believe your wife will remember forever how you're putting her first during this time. Your mom is trying to make you feel like that, so do with that information what you will. Not the asshole. I'm a NICU nurse of 23 years. Hospital stays are generally short after an uncomplicated vaginal delivery, and during that time, mom needs to focus on baby and herself. It's totally normal not to want certain people seeing you sore and bleeding and trying to nurse, etc. Stand your ground for your wife. It used to be normal behavior, but now every grandma has to have pics to upload to her Facebook page, or they lose brownie points among their peers. Stick to your guns. Not the asshole. You're never an asshole for sticking by your pregnant and postpartum wife. It's not abnormal anymore to wait to visit her. Why is your mom so adamant that this isn't normal? Because in her day it was? So, leave postpartum women alone. They are allowed to set rules at their comfort level. My sister-in-law just had a baby. She asked us to wait until they were home. We did, and we brought food. I wonder how your mom is actually planning to be helpful, or is it all about her needs? Stick to your guns. Not the asshole. Am I the asshole for telling my relatives to GTFO out of the patient room? My mother had recently been diagnosed with breast cancer, and she had to stay there for a few weeks after the surgery. She could barely even walk, and lost a lot of energy, and some of her family members came to visit, including her parents and siblings, and some grandkids. When I had came in with the bed sheets all dried up from the laundry room, I could just hear the very loud noises from the stairs. The kids were running around everywhere, some playing loud sounds from their phones. They even messed around with my mom's furniture we had bought for her. When I had asked about this, my relatives just said that they were children and just having fun. Then, second day of arrival, they threw a fucking birthday party for one of the grandkids. Not a quiet, cutting small cake type party, literal party horns, popping balloons type of party. They used the small table on my mom's bed as for the giant cake. My mother was very tired and seemed so stressed about the noise, and that's when I got fed up with their BS. I told them to GTFO and let her rest in peace, and that their birthday party can go somewhere else. My grandparents and uncles refused to leave and started to complain that I was being too sensitive, and that I should learn to behave to adults, and that children should have all the freedom they want. My dad had also finally had enough and snapped at them as well, and they finally left, not even cleaning the mess they had made. Later that day they told my mom that they felt excluded and hurt, and demanded some type of apology. One of them demanded the cake money from our family. We refused and told them to never come to meet us again, unless they were going to apologize to us. Now there's a crack between my family and my mother's relatives. Did I make the situation awkward, or did I do the right thing? Edit. 1. My mother was at the hospital room. 2. The nurses, the other patients complained about the noise several times, they just didn't listen. Not the asshole, they shouldn't have been so loud and messy, especially throwing a birthday party in her hospital room. You were just trying to protect her and make sure she could rest. Not the asshole. Your mom just went through surgery and needs a peaceful environment to recover, not a chaotic circus of kids running around and throwing a birthday party. It's insane that your relatives thought it was appropriate to act like that in a patient room. Their behavior was disrespectful to both your mom and to hospital staff. You had every right to kick them out. Your priority is your mom's health, not entertaining entitled family members who clearly lack basic empathy. If they feel excluded or hurt, that's on them for not respecting boundaries. You did the right thing by putting your mom first. Not the asshole. Your mom needed rest, not a chaotic birthday party in her hospital room. It was disrespectful of your relatives to create that kind of noise and stress while she was recovering. You were right to stand up for her, and their demands for an apology or cake money are just absurd. You did the right thing. Not the asshole. They sound like animals. Info: where is your mom? At home or hospital? If at hospital, why didn't hospital staff get involved? If the family was that loud, they'd be disturbing other patients as well. In talk about disrespectful.